What is up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Sam, and I'm glad that you're here. We got some Legacy Cube going on today. First pick-wise, we got a Path to Exile and a Grave Titan. Grave Titan is very, very good in this cube. Path to Exile is also excellent. The question is do you like the white decks better or the black decks better? White goes in white-red. It goes in all the control decks. And Grave Titan is a fantastic finisher in all of those control decks, though. And fits pretty well into the black decks. The thing about Grave Titan is that I think was a bit better in Modern Cube than it is in Legacy Cube, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Path to Exile here. With all the different cubes, it can sometimes get confusing, like what's good and what's bad, but the Legacy Cube is a bit more powerful than other iterations of the cube, of course, so, you know, what's powerful, what's good, what's bad is definitely going to change cube to cube, even such a small difference as Modern to Legacy, or, of course, well, a big difference in Legacy to Vintage. So, we have a path. Could take a Kytheon Hero of Akros, sorry, but I don't love that card. If we're taking the Grave Titan, we probably take the Master of the Wild Hunt. We could take the Kiora. Kiora is a totally fine Planeswalker. You draw cards, you know, the emblem's insane. Could take Sower of Temptation. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Sower. The blue-white decks are really good. Alright, Banishing Priest is fine. Kira is good. Seagate Oracle is good. Ponder is good. It's something like this. I think it's probably just Kira. Like, if we have a Sower, then we want our Sower, obviously, to survive. So, Spell Queller is probably the pick here. We already have a path. We definitely want to play it. Some, like, green-black deck is definitely available, but not too worried about it. Blue is obviously open with Sky Summoner, Pact, Jaxian Probe, Mirror Battlefield, Spell Queller. I'm going to take the Spell Queller, though. Lets me play at instant speed. It's pretty good. Can be protected by Kiora. So for all those reasons, I'm just going to slam it. Thalia is very good. Thing in the Ice can also be pretty devastating. Could also take a Tundra. Tundra this late seems insane to me. We have a ton of creatures already, though, but normally these decks kind of even out. They don't have a lot of creatures at the end, although Thing in the Ice is a pretty good finisher, so I think I'm just going to take it. Don't get me wrong, Tundra is good, but Seachrome Coast is fine as well. Could take a Howlet Spear to secure the waste, a Garruk Relentless, something like that, but I'm just going to take a Seachrome Coast. Enters battlefield tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Pretty decent card. So, the white-blue decks I've seen going in two main directions in this cube. I've seen them going in the creature direction and the control direction. We're going to be somewhere in the middle here, I would imagine, but we will see exactly where we end up. Could take a Needle Spires or a Steam Vents. I would normally give Needle Spires the leg up, but just because, like, I think having lands that can animate are very good, but the fact that a fetch can fetch a Steam Vents is, you know, very, very powerful, of course, so we're going to go ahead and take that here. Although it looks like we got the wrong card, but that's okay. We went to get a Steam Vents, but sometimes that happens on Moto. So plan for this week is Draft the Day, Video Thursday, maybe a surprise video from the pre-release this weekend if I can get it up in time, and then starting Monday we're going to get some drafts going. So Amonkhet comes out in full on Monday, on Magic Online at least, which means the pre-release drafts will be happening, you know, very, very quickly. So pretty excited for those. If you are not someone that usually plays Magic Online but wants to play some Amonkhet, I mean, this is a perfect time for you to get into it. Yes, they're going to be like $15, I think, a little pricey for sure, but they're always a lot of fun. And you get to play as many times as you want. Like, how good is that? Kaiga, sorry. We'll take that here, that's fine. Thing in the Ice isn't looking too good, but, you know, could look better later. I mean, you're not going to play it with 4 instants of sorceries, but you're going to play it if you have, like, 10, which these decks sometimes end up with, so in those situations, I definitely think it's fine. You know, if you have enough Jataxian Probes, Ponders, things like that that we already passed, unfortunately, it is going to get good. Even if you have just enough counterspells, it's going to be fine, but we will see, we will see. So yeah, so that is what is going on over here. It's pretty exciting. We could take a Stirring Wildlord or a Lightning Helix. You could also take a Linvala. I don't think we're taking Kytheon. I think I'm just going to take a Lightning Helix. Although Bant is sometimes good. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take Lightning Helix. Could definitely play this card. Is It Charm is definitely playable, so I'm happy about that. Ooh, and Gitaxian Probe, or Bedlam Reveler, but we don't have necessarily enough instants and/or sorceries to play Bedlam Reveler, sorry. Same thing with Tarlin Sky Summoner. I think I'm just going to take Gitaxian Probe. Makes all the decks, makes Thing in the Ice better, Inspiring Vantage, fantastic here. Yeah, so definitely playing the Is It Charm right now. Ooh, I'll take a Crater's Claws, slightly better than an Ire Shaman. So a few things we're missing here. We're missing some insane card advantage. We do have Sower of Temptation and we have Spell Queller, but you know, we're missing like the one card to draw 3 cards type of thing. You know, those are the best cards in these decks. Could take a Linval, the Preserver, and Jolly Goldmane, a Merfolk Looter, a Sacred Foundry. Those are really our options here, right? Like Craterhoof is nowhere near us. Just take a Merfolk Looter maybe. It is very, very good. I think I'm just going to take it. Ooh, Consecrated Sphinx. We do need a way to win. Do love me a Ral Zarek, that is for sure. Lingering Souls is interesting, but we don't have any black mana at this point. Coalition Relic would normally be the pick, but Consecrated Sphinx is just such an all-star finisher that we got to take it here. Alright, remove Soul Supreme Verdict. Swords to Plowshares. Jeez. I actually don't know what to take here. There's a lot of good stuff. If we take the swords, I don't think we're wielding the Verdict. We could still wield the Remove Soul. But Verdict is just like such a good catch-all. I'm just going to take a swords. Like, there is a chance no one else is in our colors and we just wield a Verdict, but that's, I mean, I'm just going to take the swords. That's so hard to do, though. Spear of Heliod, Glacial Fortress, Spell Pierce, Elesh Norn. I think I just take the Norn here, although with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creatures, we could consider Elder Deep Fiend. Like, sacrificing Kaiga to Elder Deep Fiend is pretty good. I think I'm just going to take Elesh Norn, it's pretty good. I could also take a Glacial Fortress here to kind of help with the mana. Yeah, I'll just take an Elesh Norn. Kaiga can get out of here. Alright, so we got some finishers, we got some ways to interact. We need, like, an Oblivion Ring type effect. I'd really like one of those. What do we got here? Sneak Attack, Unburrow Rites, Sundering Titan, Leonin Reliquar, Legacy's Allure. Legacy's Allure is probably fine. Yeah, I'm just going to take it. It's not super exciting, but it's totally fine. Quarantine Field is good. Miscalculation is excellent. Dissipate is very good. So yeah, we're in a pretty tough spot here. X isolation counters on it. Yeah, see, this is like a kind of that Oblivion Ring effect we were talking about, but Miscalculation is just so good in the beginning and end game that I think we take it here. Although we still are going to have like quite a bit of trouble with against like opposing planeswalkers and stuff, unless we can fly over them. I don't know, I'm just going to take a Miscalculation here. I think it's very, very good. Often your opponent like miscalculates how much mana their thing costs, and then they lose it. No? Boo. Bad joke? Alright. Baleful Strix would be awesome. Fire and Ice might have to make the deck, but I think I just take an Anguish Unmaking. Like, if I'm going to splash black, I'm going to splash black for a card like Anguish Unmaking, like a card that can just save me in a lot of spots. Could also just take a Fire and Ice. I mean, this does do some work. Let me, you know. You have to understand that. I'm just going to take an Anguish Unmaking, though. Alright, Selfless Spears, Murderous Cut, Searing Spear, Thundermaw. So, the card that makes me the most interested is a card like Murderous Cut. We don't have any ways to get black, though, and we did pass a Lingering Souls, which would have been awesome in this deck, but I don't really want to take a Thundermaw here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take a Murderous Cut. Look, if it makes the deck, it makes the deck. If it doesn't make the deck, it doesn't make the deck. Those are all okay with me right now. I'm going to take a Johnny? Maybe? I guess I'll take a Johnny. I don't know if we're playing it, but I guess I'm going to take it. Ooh, Ral Zarek. Sick. Much better than Armageddon or Soldier, but Outpost Siege is pretty good, right? It's one of those cards that creates card advantage, but so is Ral Zarek, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that here. So we're almost certainly playing red in this spot. Ral Zarek and Is It Charm ready to go. That being said, I would also like to play an Anguish Unmaking, so I would like to find a way to splash black in this deck. These are not the decks I've been playing most, but these are the decks that I've been seeing have the most success. So all that being said, I think we're setting ourselves up fairly well here. Found the Supreme Verdict. Found it indeed. So yeah, so if you're someone that has not played on Magic Online ever before, I mean, really having the, like, right after the pre-release, the Monday after being able to draft the new set on Magic Online, it's like a huge reason to invest in Magic Online. So, you know, even if your plan is just to invest $30, give it, you know, 2 drafts, and if those drafts go well, draft again or not, it's still going to be a lot of fun. So I definitely recommend at least checking it out. Brune is good. It's very good with Gisela, but I'm just going to take an Elder Deep Fiend for the board here. So if you're out there in the chat, please let me know what your favorite card is. Yeah, so I know that Jamie for sure is going to be streaming a lot starting Monday. I'm going to be streaming a lot starting Monday, and Alex is probably going to be doing the same. So definitely check some of us out. You know, we all have different ways of streaming, we all have different ways of playing, but we're all a lot of fun. So if you're someone who watches this channel, that means you probably like us, and if you probably like us, you're probably going to like our streams. So definitely check those out as well. Getting back to the previous question, my favorite card in the set so far is the 4/1 for 3 mana, the 2 in a red, that gives you an extra attack step if you keep it tapped when it attacks. That card is awesome. Clifftop Retreat, Storm Chaser Mage, Parallax Wave, Preordain, Champion, and Dragonlord Ojtai. I think it's Dragonlord here. It could definitely be Preordain. That's definitely possible. It could also be the land, but I think Dragonlord is pretty good here, so I'm going to go ahead and grab it. Again, we're missing like an Oblivion Ring effect. We have 2 sweepers because we can play Marshal Coup as a sweeper, obviously. Wow, V-Click Blade Splicer. Wooded Foothills would be good if we had that Steam Vents, but we didn't get it. I think I'm just going to take a Vendilion Click here. I think that's pretty obvious, although maybe Boris Reckoner is better against creature decks. Although we're not totally dead to creature decks, so that is something to take into account. I'm just going to grab a Vendilion Click here. A Master of Waves, a Fiend Hunter. Concealed Courtyard could also possibly be the pick here if we're really set on playing Anguished and making our Murderous Cut. So what do we think here? We could take an Entreat the Angels. We don't really have any way to put it back on top of our deck, though, so it's really just like a 5-mana 4/4. What does Master of Waves do? We have Kira, Sower, Vendilion Click, Legacy's Allure. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ugh. It's also pretty good against the red decks. I think I'm going to take it, but we're not wheeling Jace Balor, which is kind of the problem. I don't know, I'm going to take it. We'll see what happens here. We might not play it, but I think it's kind of just better to speculate on than Jace. Also, if we get something like if we get Thassa in this pack, then it's going to be pretty good. If we pick up any more blue 2-drops, it's going to be pretty good. Polluted Delta, not bad. Spellskite, not bad. Incendiary Flow, not bad. Augur, not bad. How many others do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 things that Augur gets. Probably not good enough. We could also wheel this, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and take a blue to Delta. Gives us the option to splash black if we need to. Or if we pick up a duel. Although Tundra is already gone and Steam Vents is already gone. But I have not seen a Hallowed Fountain, and we have not seen a Volcanic Island, and we have not seen a Plateau. I believe we have seen a Sacred Foundry, so we do have some options for duels. Although, of course, Plateau would not do it there, but, you know, we do have some options. I do enjoy this deck so far. I think this is going to be pretty good. Silumgar, Pestermite, Goblin Bushwhacker, Elspeth. Yeah, Silumgar is just a finisher. I mean, that's a reason to play black for sure. So now I kind of want to splash red and black, which might be a problem. Future Sight is something that makes Master of Waves a lot better, obviously. With Silumgar, you just take their thing, which is pretty insane. Maybe you just take Future Sight? Ugh. Just because it makes Master of Waves good? Is that actually a reason just to take Future Sight? Because Silumgar is like pretty insane here. Alright, I'm just going to take Sillingar. That's what my gut says. Ooh, Dungeon Geist. So we got something to make Master of Waves very good anyways, and it's pretty excellent. Unexpectedly Absent is a card similar to Oblivion Ring. It doesn't, like, take it forever, but you can put it a few cards down in their library. But Dungeon Geists working pretty well with Master of Waves, and pretty good on its own. So we get a Phyrexian Revoker here. I guess that's something to deal with some stuff. I don't know. I mean, look, does it deal with Planeswalkers decently? Yes. That being said, we do only have one counterspell at this point, so I'm a little worried on that front still, but alright, Master of Waves is definitely getting in the deck. Anguished Unmaking now definitely getting in the deck because we're already splashing black once. How many Blacklands am I playing? Like 2 maybe? That seems about right. Is Thing in the Ice playable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, Teferi into the Royal. Wow. This card's pretty good. I think I'm taking a Teferi here. Again, makes Master of Waves a lot better. It is very good. Yeah, so again, the problem is I don't really know how I'm getting a ton of card advantage. I guess like Rahl or Gideon or something like that, but I don't have like an innate way to gain a ton of card advantage outside of my creatures, of course. So can I play like 2 black lands, 2 swamps, so if I play 2 swamps and a, this could be so bad. I'm going to take a Tassiger. Do have Polluted Delta. Alright, so I'm going to play 2 swamps and a mountain. Ooh, Fatal Push. Well, Fatal Push is pretty good, but we do only have 1 fetch land, which is kind of an issue for Fatal Push. How good is Boros Reckoner here? Boros Reckoner would be a lot better for the Steam Vents, for sure. Because then we could have a blue land that also casts a Reckoner. I think I'm just going to take Push. Temple Garden, Entreat the Angels, get in there. Do like a Garruk Apex Predator, but obviously not in this deck. Augur, alright. Ooh, Future Sight Wheels anyways. Are we backdooring into a Augur deck somehow? Alright, what do we got for Augur targets? We got 1. We got 2. We got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like so on the edge of being enough. I want like 10 usually. It's like so on the edge. Do I just play a Future Sight? I guess in some matchups I can side it in, but I don't have to start it. Alright, the question is this just the deck, and it might be, do I want a Johnny no, Marshall no, Entreat no, any of these? Probably not. Thing in the Ice. I only have 7 though, so Thing in the Ice might not be that good. Yeah, Thing in the Ice can come out. What comes in then? Just like a Lightning Helix or something? Like something else to do? But that does make Thing in the Ice better, which is kind of silly. Do I really need more ways to beat creature decks? Probably not. I might just take a flyer on an Augur Bolus or something. Yeah, that makes a little sense. I can play it with 7. It's like decent with Master of Waves, obviously. It does some work with the Fairy. Like whatever, it's decent. Could also just play a Phyrexian Revoker maybe. Probably not. Alright. So I'm playing 1 of each for sure. So now I have 2 blue sources. I'm going to want 10 blue sources probably. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. That's sketchy, but it's probably fine. Alright, let's run it. Thank everybody so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you for round number 1.